Briefing for Tuesday, the 25th of April. I'm Stephen Ridgway, and if you can hear the tree surgeons outside the window, that's the neighbours having some work done. Sorry. First things first, Chrome and Edge have now got patches for 2 0-day RCE remote code execution bugs. So Chrome and Edge, they're Chromium based. Frustratingly, they don't have follow a scheme of numbering that makes it easy to work out whether you're on the right things or not. But never mind. That's what you can do. So check that Chrome and or Edge if you're using them, or in fact any other Chromium based browsers that you may have are getting updates. Hopefully, generally, the patches will be applied automatically. As I said before, every now and then it's worth restarting your browser if you leave it open and running all the time, as some of us are wont to do, me included. Every now and then, just close it down, reopen it, and just make sure that it's that the updates are taken. There are links. There's a link that we'll post that explains which versions are currently the latest versions, what you should be aiming for. So watch out, Chrome and Edge. Also from Google then, a little bit of interesting, quite good news. Google Authenticator app is getting a cloud backup feature for its one-time passwords. So one of the, I would say, operational challenges of using Google Authenticator is that it's tied to a single device. Now, or historically, up till now, it's been tied to a single device. That does mean that improves security because the information is not being held in various places that you've got to manage and secure individually. The downside is if you lose your device, you've lost all your authenticator codes. And although the ability to migrate these things from device to device is getting better, it's still not perfect. So other solutions such as Apple's iCloud Keychain, who've for a long time synchronized between devices via iCloud. Google is going to do something similar. So the new version of the app will be able to be able to sync with the cloud. You'll be able to sync various devices in order to manage your passwords. So, I think that comes with many operational advantages. I think also it does mean that you have to be a little bit aware about making sure that your one-time passwords are not being synced onto devices that you no longer manage, that sort of thing. I think there's stuff to think about with that, but from the point of view of not finding yourself locked out of things, that is generally a pretty useful thing to have. Experts, let me see, have identified threat actors exploiting the Papercut print management software flaws, and a POC has now been released. So Papercut's print management software, mainly used in large enterprises. There are two vulnerabilities, CVE 2023-27350 and 2023-27351. We have mentioned these before. Patches are available. It is in the pipeline for full disclosure. So by the 10th of May, Trend Micro is saying they're going to disclose further information about these particular vulnerabilities. So if you are using Papercut, please do make sure you're patched and up to date. It is the vulnerabilities are being targeted in the wild, as they say, and there is now proof of concept code. So I would expect there to be an uptick in the number of attempted attacks. So yeah, watch out for that one, and keep yourself patched, and yeah, keep control of that. And then finally from me, I came across a really interesting article in InfoSecurity quoting some, I wouldn't say research. However, the CEO and founder of Global Secure Partners, Chloe, I don't know how you pronounce her surname, Mesdaghi, right, something like that, is claiming that there's a link between climate change and cybersecurity. Well, there's an interesting one. So the concept being, as climate change gets worse, cybersecurity threats get greater. Well, okay. As a correlation, there is some sense to that. But I think what I found quite frustrating with this article is that the claim is that climate change is creating more cyber risk, which just is almost definitely not true. There may well be a correlation between these things, but correlation does not imply causation. So, one thing is not driving the other one. I mean, one could argue equally that an increase in cyber attacks is driving global warming, because the correlation works. I mean, a couple of correlation not being a good indicator of causation, or in fact correlation being false causation. Ice cream sales and shark attacks in the US, very, very tightly correlated. So very clearly, the more people in America that buy ice cream and eat ice cream, that causes sharks to attack more people, or not. And there is actually, you can demonstrate through correlation that the per capita consumption of margarine is the cause of a change in divorce rates in Maine. These things are just ridiculous. Frustrating that we have to go through these things, but I'm absolutely certain that global warming per se is not causing an uptick in cyber risk or cyber attack. There may be other underlying factors which correlate with both global warming and the uptick, but one is not causing the other. It's just ridiculous, and I can't believe that people still publish this sort of shit. Right, that is my rant for the day. So I'm going to stop now. Hope you have a great day, and I will speak to you all again tomorrow.